Yay, we're live again. How are you, our visionary entrepreneurs, life changers? So happy to see you again. Let me get my face into maybe a more light. As you can see where I am today, I'm not in my home office. My background, Delta. I'm not actually in Chicago at the O'Hare. I hope my pronunciation is right. O'Hare International Airport. I just checked in. Sorry for being late for about over 50 minutes, 40 minutes. Sorry for that, but we've not missed any live episode since the beginning till today. Is already 64th. Yeah, 64th episode. I'm so happy, super happy here, and it's right like my topic is about gratitude changes everything. Yeah. How about you, everybody? I know in Eastern time it's already afternoon 2 p.m. and here I'm in the Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Have you started your day with gratitude? Not just today, every day. And today, well, actually, last night I was, after I've been attending this whole weekend entrepreneurship and also leadership convention. It's called a New Year Kickoff Convention. It's in the financial industry. It's a great event. I've been so grateful. And last night, after we finished the whole convention, I sent pictures and gratitude and thanks notes to everybody, right? Our team, our mentors, people who organized this, and all those people volunteered, and all the speakers, all the people involved in this convention to make it great. So here I am, terminals, and I was been thinking since last night until today what I want to share with you, all of you. What is the most important for our entrepreneurship? Actually, I also want to share with you a little bit inspirations and experience from this 2 days convention. Like overall, great speakers, inspiring people, and also with their great transformational life stories. I witnessed so many, and still touching my heart every time I listen to them, because that when you watch them from sharing their background, a very humble background, very ordinary people's lives, but now seeing so many of them standing out as experts and also especially like thought leaders, it's even beyond their own imagination. So I was so grateful to witness that kind of a transformational journeys for so many ordinary people, but especially when they can share that out. Sometimes it's even honest sharing their, like they call the valley of death, especially during our entrepreneurship, right? We could have so many ups and downs, but so many times we may want to hide that, to stay that with ourselves, but only showing the shiny, how to say, the great outside to other people, say show the success to other people. So I was especially touched this time when those big leaders shared their strugglings, shared that what they're like when they were alone by themselves, what's going on inside of their heart, and what's they, even including their tears and crying and the moments when they wanted to give up. And not so many people want to share that, right? And all the people want to show people how much money I make, and what kind of a level I've already achieved, and what kind of big teams I've already created, and show all these kind of shiny parts of our life. But when those leaders and those successful entrepreneurs shared with us their dark time, their valley of death, and their almost giving up moments, and how they stand up again with such a sincerity, I feel like wow. That's why I feel so grateful, so grateful. Whenever I have these kind of moments, I'm so grateful, because during that time you connect with real people, you connect with real people's hearts and real journey, and that's the time people get inspired. That's the time people respect and trust and would be empowered to really transform our own lives as well. So that's part of my gratitude through the whole weekend. And last night until this morning, when I was in the bed, I was thinking what specifically the best topic I can share with you. Of course, there are so many great moments I want to share with you, but especially I want to start with today, with gratitude, because there were also challenging times during those 2 days. and sometimes it's like a little bit confrontation with team members and some other people's like maybe the characters, their mindset is still not there yet, and the growth mindset, right? Everybody's saying growth mindset, but do you really understand what is mindset? And sometimes people even use that where they are not doing very fully positive things, and they are using that terms to require other people, oh, you need to have a growth mindset. Like if you are not fully cooperate with them or do the things in their way, they would say, oh, you should have a growth mindset, so you should do like in this way, or seems like take this challenge, and that means you have a growth mindset. So I would really share what is growth mindset, and it's for the best benefits for everybody, right? And especially if you can sometimes even sacrifice your own, let's say, you could require yourself to have that growth mindset. But if you are using this term to require other people, oh, you should have a growth mindset, instead ask people to compromise to your terms and to your ways. And I do not think that's a great way, right, to really express growth mindset. So it's the best way is like require yourself to have that kind of mindset, and you can take actual steps and go out of your comfort zone to help other people, and sometimes even sacrifice your own benefits. And if you have that kind of a mindset, sincerity, and go out of your ways to help other people, even sacrifice some of your benefits, that is great growth mindset, I would say, right? It's like a great way to require yourself to use that standards to always remind yourself to keep growing. But don't use that kind of standards to require other people. But on another side, I did meet such kind of situation. I feel like very uncomfortable when people told me like, you should have this growth mindset, you should do this the things in this certain way. I feel like, oh my goodness, I would require that to myself, right? But on another side, from my angle, when people say that to me, I would say, okay, I could understand their standpoint, and where I could really get out of my comfort zone as well to help others. Even that means like sacrifice your benefits sometimes or inconvenience make you. But that's really a great growth moment, especially when you feel uncomfortable, when other people's characters or not so openness have some confliction with you. How during that time you could still build up a great connection and teamwork. And that's a moment I feel like, wow, gratitude is really the best. How you could ignore people's weaknesses and blind spots, and remember only their best side. For example, last night I remember one team member, is not like full team member. She arranged all this kind of a itinerary or whatever just by herself, and never talked and communicated with the team, and did not invite any other team members to share the journey with her. And that for that time I feel like she has not fully opened herself yet, but I do not want to confront her. So I fully accepted, and even encouraged her to do the adventure by herself. But at the same time, I prayed for her, and pray for that she will have the personal life transformations and open her mind, and especially have better communications and interaction with other team members, have a trust with each other, and invite other people into her life. I could understand that from her background. She's quite like a very independent person. Put so much focus on her privacy or independence, so that she ignored the side to have the kind of close communication and connection with other people. So where I'm fully appreciate her independence, initially I admit that I was not so happy, because I'm a quite open person, right? I really want our team members could also open themselves to have more proactive communications, and to open to each other, to really share our life journey together. So, but during that time, I remind myself, put gratitude first. Think about, I admit that I had some minutes of that kind of a shift. Initially, I was not super happy, right, for that kind of a level of closeness. But then I remind myself to remember her strength, remember how to appreciate, even though sometimes it's not fully great for the team, but how I could appreciate her independence, appreciate her like that kind of a adventure kind of a spirit. So I encouraged her and had that kind of a acknowledgement in the group to let her know that we encourage her and also appreciate her and accept whoever she is. So and then when I reflect that, I feel like that's a great shift for me. Even though it took me quite some minutes, but at least and then later just released my initial like fully a lot of not so happiness, and then later I embrace that appreciation and to just accept who she is and have that trust, the trust that God is in this way to guide us together and to bless our teamwork and everybody to strive and develop together, and also that trust in her that she will have her time, the time and the transformation through this journey. And actually, I think like success, when you think about the success, right, the best teamwork or leadership, it's not just a destiny. It's really a journey. It's a growth. It's like a everyday, little by little. Sometimes it's just like maybe even not so much obvious. You can see people's little changes. Maybe not very quickly in maybe even 1 year, 2 years, but slowly, as I shared it earlier, so many people after years in this kind of journey, they transformed. So I just now put that trust in God and also in this journey, and believe that as long as we appreciate first and fully accept who she is, and actually not just the one member, and everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, including me. I have like weaknesses, including like sometimes I speak too fast, and also because I think too fast, and sometimes I interrupt other people speaking. I know maybe did not leave enough space for them to speak. So that's a weakness. I accept other members their suggestion or the feedback, and then I remind myself how I could keep improving. So this is a part of the growth already through this kind of like journey together and helping each other and also appreciate each other, right? So I always remind everybody has their own strengths and also weaknesses, how we could fully embrace them, accept who they are, even though sometimes maybe their opinion it's very funny, like another interesting thing yesterday. So I'm a person very into like a health and also like the very healthy lifestyle. And yesterday there was one member who is eating like leftovers. I feel like it's not healthy for her, so I told her, but she's unhappy to feel that like I pointed out like it's unhealthy for her. She did not show that kind of a gratitude, so I was a little bit frustrated at the beginning. I said, wow, I was totally for her benefits, and because she's a mother with 3 kids, I really want her to really to get better knowledge of health, and so she could take better care of her and also better care of her kids as well, right? But she did not appreciate that. She did not really even accept my suggestion, and she objected it. So initially I felt frustrated, but then I was thinking that it's not her time yet, but I did my best. I shared with her my knowledge and also my goodwill, right? My goodwill for her benefits. But accepting or not is her thing. So I should not have so much attachment to her accepting it or not. So that's and then get back to the gratitude. If you really be grateful for this person, for their sharing this journey with you, for their being together with you, for their actually trust to be with us as a team, right? Even though it's not fully like strong as I wish yet, but it's already started. I should fully appreciate this opportunity already. So that's another story, okay? And this morning before I checked out from a hotel, I know some people, they do not have these kind of habits or they do not think it's necessary to leave those tips right on the table for our room ladies, for those who are helping us to clean in the rooms in hotel. But I always respect that kind of it's like a customs or what? It's like a culture, right? In the USA, I learned that. I came from China 18 years ago. We did not have that, like customs or culture in China. No tips, no gratitude fees, right? In China, and that does not mean like we do not be grateful, but it's just like a different cultures background. And so here, I respect that culture, and since then, 18 years ago, and whenever we leave a hotel or restaurant, right, we always leave good tips. And so this time, I also left good tips, and even though other members they forgot, so I shared with them, and also especially I left a note. Thank you note, and also I drew a very simple but a smiling face there, and just leave that. Even though I never met those room ladies, but I feel like this can really maybe brighten some other people's day. Even that will be good enough for me to know. So I felt very good, very great, even though it's just a few bucks of small tips, and similar to like a Uber driver and all this kind of like a tiny gratitude every day. But you will feel great because you are giving these little things to other people, because you may not directly get a chance to, I may not directly get a chance to coach them, or to like they may not necessarily get a chance to listen to my speaking, or in the future we may never meet again, right? Or maybe never had the chance to have this like crossing road again. But such kind of little things, if you keep doing that as a habit, and then not just for yourself to feel good, it's really like you bring such kind of a kindness to other people's lives when you light them their heart up, and maybe unconsciously they will do that kind of a kindness to other people as well. And so this is like a ripple effect. You eventually help many other people. So our field, think about our field. Our field is not just in our entrepreneurship. Our field is in our everyday life. That's our field. So now I'm feeling like a coaching, not just coaching, is my business. My business is everywhere, and my business now is even in the airport, sharing this message with you. My business is not necessarily business is meaning like making money, right? Of course, ideally, I wish to make more money so I could do bigger things. I could impact more people. I could, create my abundance center, my abundance university, all those big dreams. I do have the big visions, and I'm super excited for that. But now, since last night and all these days, I've been thinking about all these kind of business opportunities. Sometimes I struggle with that kind of a thinking like, oh, I do have great businesses opportunities. And listen, now I have both. I have my coaching, mentoring business, and now I also have my financial wealth advising business. And sometimes I have that conflict and struggle and say, oh, which one should I spend more time? My mentors always want me to spend more time with the team, to develop a team, and to spend more time to learn in this industry, in the financial industry. I was struggling with that. Oh, my passion is in coaching, in mentoring. I do not have so much time. I also have 2 kids to take care, so I do not have much time on this business. So I have that kind of inner struggling, inner consuming, right? Like people said, inner consuming or like conflicting going on for a while. And last night I was also like uneasy in my sleep as well, to think about both are great opportunities. Where should I put my more efforts in, right? And now when I think more about gratitude changes everything. It's really like, instead of struggling for it and where should I put more time, I should really put more gratitude on both of them, right? Because some people are majority of people they may be even find it so difficult to even find one thing they love to do. And now I found both. I found great both opportunities that I love to do. So I should be first grateful, right? And then about the how much time, that's more about habits, daily habits, the time management, everything, right? It's like how I could better leverage resources and do things smarter and not harder, right? Really leverage the resource and also time resource as well, and develop better habits to more effectively use my time. So now I feel like I really need to focus on this kind of a mindset. Is like, instead of conflicting in my mind, where should I spend my time, what should I do, but should I really be grateful and focusing on helping people? Because no matter like 2 sides or whichever I choose to do at this present moment, for example, I'm helping people. That's the key. That's the essence. No matter if I'm providing the opportunity to families to help them change their family finance, to change their legacy, to bring more wealth into their life, or I'm doing coaching and mentoring to change people's mindset and their life's prospect, their vision, their purpose, their passion. Both I'm helping other people. So it's like both are aligned with my big purpose and also movement. I call it abundance of all. I just found both are aligned. Why should I make them conflict to each other? They should be perfectly aligned to each other, and so help people from mindset to money, right? So that's abundance. You want a foundation. You want to have the material, and you also want to have intangible spirit and mindset and your personal development, everything combined together, right? Both are necessary in our lives. We want to have money, we want to have materials, we want to have great quality of life. At the same time, we also want a great personal development and our vision, passion to do more things to help other people. So I'm grateful that what I'm sharing with you, I'm finding more alignment in what I'm doing instead of find those conflicts. And last night I could not sleep well, right? And now I feel like more grateful. I have both opportunities and resources in both industries and areas. And both I have those thought leaders who keep inspiring me, and I'm striving in this both industries as well. And eventually they will combine together. There's no separated like industries or separate areas. Any human beings, we have those different areas, right, of our life. We call like life wheel or life categories or areas, all aspects. It's like organic and comprehensive life aspects of our life. We all need like different areas to thrive for us to live an abundant life, and that's a great foundation for abundance of all, right? So start every day with gratitude, and I would love to hear how your gratitude is changing the life or changing any situation maybe you're stuck in. If you have already such kind of testimonial stories and like transformational stories, I'd love to hear yours. And I just briefly shared this weekend experience in Chicago to share with you some of those stories. I hope you get inspired about what's yours. And here I want to encourage you. I've been doing abundance meditation. How many years? Over 7 years already. Every day, morning and night time. I feel like it's doing me a huge benefits, and I would really encourage you to find your ritual, like morning and night routine, that can bring you to your best gratitude. Whatever strugglings, whatever challenges you may meet in your business, in your life, through the day, if you can build up these great habits, abundance meditation habits, that will really change your day. And so that it could help you get more aligned or maybe realigned again, and help you to focus on what is the essence of what you are doing. No matter, because life has so many opportunities, so many choices. Every day we're facing maybe many countless choices, and sometimes we may struggle like, oh, what should I choose? Find out in your purpose, in your vision, what is the essence? In what way you could help people the best? And sometimes maybe it's really just simply be present at this moment. Appreciate what kind of resources you have and what's the best way you could help other people. I know there are so many entrepreneurs shared with me when I asked them, what's your purpose? They all said, I want to help other people. So I'm so happy that if you found this like a generic level of purpose already, that's wonderful. Congratulations. If you have this purpose, like I said, I want to help other people, that's a wonderful start. And then next step is really find whatever resources you have, what kind of strengths you have, where you could express your best self and to help other people. Use your best gifts, your blessed ways, right? As I mentioned, like your niche or your strengths, your superpower to help other people. And now I just found in both the coaching, personal development industry and also the finance industry, actually they have so much overlap and very big overlap, because in whatever industry you're doing, the resources you get, if you can use really have both personal development and also have great products and services to help people specifically to solve some specific problems, right? In coaching, I'm helping people to solving their mindset issues and also their the marketing issues to help them to stand out in their ideal niche and also field to become a confident expert and thought leader to attract and also convert their clients so that they could transform more lives. And in the financial industry, we have very mature and also the best top products and like services and products and plans to help families, to really help them protect their income and to help their assets grow and to make their future, their family legacy and the future life better. So both are really essential to help people, and I could have in both areas, both from here mindset and also from solving some specific problems. So are all the best ways for me to help other people. So how about you? What is your best business opportunity now? What is your passion now you are engaging in? Do you have any conflicts in your mind that you feel like it's still difficult to make a decision? I would encourage you to start with gratitude about the resources you have, what kind of opportunities is blessed to you, and find out your strengths, and find out the essence of what you are doing through such kind of business opportunity that you can help other people. In what kind of a specific way you can help other people? In that way, are you expressing yourself? Are you feeling like you are fully fulfilling and you are really helping other people use the great ways that you enjoy? That's the most important thing. Every day, if you can enjoy what you are doing, that's really like a blessing for you to find a gratitude in everything that you can learn, in everything you can provide to other people. So now, today, I do not feel like I have that conflict anymore. Maybe in the future, I still have sometimes the time challenge to say, where I should focus more of my time. But at least now I know it's fully aligned what I'm doing. Whichever areas I choose to do every day to put myself and follow the flow, right? Really, like you said, follow your bliss. I feel like now I have a great two blisses and resources for me to really explore more and engage more to help many more people. And by the way, on the way on my Uber drive ride to the airport, I just met a great driver, and she's really in the leads of the financial opportunity. And previously, if I did not have this resource, I was just maybe providing a coaching or mentoring. But majority people are not really ready to start their own businesses. They really need a great platform and where they could be mentored and could be guided, could be leveraging the resources to grow. So now I feel like, wow, I could serve almost like anyone. For entrepreneurs and visionary entrepreneurs, life changers, I can provide my coaching and mentoring to help them when they are ready to really get to their next level. And at the same time, I have the financial opportunities to enable those ordinary families who are really looking for opportunities to change their fate and change their life. So I'm now I'm almost need to get ready for not checking, but to get on board quite soon. I would really love to hear what's your story. Just starting from your recent, what's your gratitude story? And also remember to start to do your abundance meditation, whatever meditation you would call it. In my abundance meditation every morning, I